I 100% should be studying right now, but literally I just don't want to. Which is why I decided to make this video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Becky and today we're going to be talking about motivation and how to get it and if you lose it and all of that kind of stuff. So I am currently about halfway through my school term 1 of my senior year, and I am definitely lacking motivation right now. It's just not happening. Like, I don't know. This past week I've had 3 really late nights and then early mornings so that I could get some assignments done, because I did have 3 pieces of assessment due last week. That really was not fun and I would not like to do it again. So I thought that maybe if I make this video I could be hit with some motivation and possibly help. I thought my door was open. And possibly help some of you guys to get motivated and get all your things done as well. So here we go. I have 6 tips today to help you guys refine your motivation, get your mojo back and get into it. The first tip is to remember your goals and constantly look at them when you feel yourself losing your motivation and want to do things. If you haven't already set goals, make sure that you do. You need to have a range of goals. So I have ones relating to my academics, short term and long term, and then I have ones relating to just my life in general. I have fitness and exercise related goals. All of the things that you could think of, I most likely have something that I would like to do in relation to that. So remember your goals, write them out somewhere, have them where you know they are, and if you get motivated, just think, I really need this grade, I really want to do well on this subject, I need this because of insert your reason here. This will help you to get back into it, and even if it doesn't make you excited to do your work, you'll at least remember that there is a reason that you're doing it. It can be really hard when you think that there isn't a reason to do it. For example, if you're in a grade where you feel like your marks don't count, you need to set goals for yourself. These goals could be to get a certain grade, could be to feel calm in the exam and not stressed. It could be to improve a grade, it could be simply to improve your skills, but you do need goals because otherwise it will be pointless and you will feel like there's no reason for doing what you're doing. My second tip is to reward yourself. Think of some rewards for each of your goals or for each of the things that you have to do, and then make sure you follow through on them. So some rewards for me are TV shows. I cannot watch TV shows during the week because I will just do nothing while I'm watching them, and I don't have a spare hour and a half to watch a TV show every day. Something that I currently am watching is Married at First Sight on Channel 9. Now, I do not have that time during the week to sit there and watch the episodes with the ads and everything like that. So what I do is I wait until Friday or Saturday and I'll go onto the 9 Now website and watch it on there. So all of your TV shows will hopefully be online somewhere on the channel's website after they've aired, so you can go and watch them then. You can also tape them, ask someone else to tape them, or wait until they come out and buy them on DVD. Other awards could include hanging out with your friends, going to see a movie that you'd like to see, getting a massage, going out to dinner, taking a day off of study, learning a new skill that you'd like to learn, cooking something, making yourself some treats, filming a video if that's what you'd like to do, watching YouTube videos. You could also buy yourself a new book, buy yourself a CD. You could say that if you get all of your assignments done at least a week before they're due, then you will buy yourself something, a piece of jewelry or something like that. But you need a reward. Now for the non-material rewards, I suppose you call them, so for me that's watching TV shows or getting time to watch YouTube or make YouTube videos, or even just writing. I just like to write sometimes. Friday afternoons are my day. You do need to set aside some time that you can afford to do that. Now, I know that I will never get anything productive done on a Friday because I usually have nothing urgent due on the Saturday. So Friday afternoons are my day of rewards. So I will get home, and if I finished everything I need to get done for the week, I will watch Suits, I will watch Married at First Sight on the Channel 9 website, I will go on YouTube, or I'll just procrastinate on Netflix. Like, let's be real, Gossip Girl is there, and I like Gossip Girl, so what do you expect me to do? The only problem with this is in relation to my third tip, which is keeping yourself accountable. You need to keep yourself accountable and actually have the willpower to withhold. If you tell yourself that you will not be allowed to watch that next episode of Stranger Things on Netflix until you finish your exam revision questions, or you complete chapter 3, or you read something, or you've made a plan for your assignment, and then you go and watch it anyway without having done that, the whole system falls apart and there is no point you having set that up for yourself as a goal and a reward. So you need to keep yourself accountable and you need to be strict with yourself. And if you haven't done what you've needed to do, then don't watch the TV show until it's done. Don't go and see that movie. Don't make yourself cupcakes, or whatever your reward is, don't do it. Something that you can try is to have someone else help keep you accountable. So tell maybe a sibling or a friend or a parent that you do not want to use your phone or watch something on the TV or make yourself cupcakes or whatever you think you want to do until after your work is done. And then you can ask them to not let you do that thing, either hide the remote, take your phone, or break the oven. I don't know. How can you stop someone from making cupcakes? Anyway, ask them to not let you do the thing until after you've shown them that you've answered the questions, or that you have finished your draft, or that you've cleaned your bedroom, whatever your motivational need is. The other problem with that though is some of those things, for example finishing questions or writing an assignment, you could probably you could probably do something else and pass it off as that. So for example, if you have already finished doing all the questions in chapter 2 of your maths book but you want to do chapter 3, and you say, don't let me watch TV until after I've done chapter 3 questions, you could potentially show them that your chapter 2 answers and they'll believe you. So you do need to keep yourself honest in that respect. If you honestly don't think that you'll be able to withhold your reward until you've done something. So for me, Suits is something that I need to watch as soon as I can. So I've just decided that Friday afternoons or Friday nights is when I watch Suits regardless. However, Married at First Sight I use as a reward, because if I haven't finished something then I don't have a spare hour to watch this episode. YouTube is something that I don't let myself go on unless I've done my work. Sleeping in is another really good reward and thing that I use. So I'm not going to deprive myself of sleep, so I'm not going to only let myself get 3 hours of sleep because I haven't done something. But if I have a lot of work to do, I'm not going to stay in bed till 10:30 in the morning or 11 in the morning. I'm going to make myself get out of bed at 8 and get working. My next piece of advice is to reread your task or whatever you need to do and figure out exactly what you have to do to get it. Maybe you're procrastinating on an assignment. For example, I have a monologue that I have to write. I had a feature article due yesterday that I had to write that I was procrastinating on because I didn't fully understand what I had to do. So I reread my task sheet, figured it out, and that helped me click into gear and get going. With rereading your task, it can really help spark some ideas in you, or at least it can give you an idea of where to look. So I'm studying Macbeth at school at the moment, so rereading my task and knowing what I had to do made it a lot easier for me to go through the actual text and try and find examples. My fifth piece of advice ties into this, which is to do little things to get yourself started. Make a plan. Think of some phrases that you might like to put in your speech or your essay or your exam, whatever you're trying to do. Make a skeleton, what I call a skeleton. So a plan is where you set out exactly what you need to do. You write out that you need to research this, you need to find this thing, you need to think of a thesis, you need to think of points, you need to reread this section, you need to watch this video, etc. A skeleton for me is where I will write down that I need an introduction, and then I'll dot point what I need to put in this introduction, and then exactly my examples. So if I'm writing a speech, in my introduction I'll need to signpost my examples, I'll need to have something that I'm going to prove or revisit later, I need to have a context for it. So I will dot point that, and then I'll dot point my context. So again with Macbeth, my context will be Macbeth. My points will be whatever my points are. And then I'll write that I need a body paragraph, and then that I need to have a point to the paragraph, and then I need to have examples. And then I'll write that my point is that this event happened, and my examples are this person said this person said this, and I'm reacting in this way. And then a conclusion, and I'll dot point my conclusion. And then I'll just continue to do that until I've planned out my entire thing and have exactly what I need to say all laid out for me. Because then it is so much easier to go and write my draft and then I'll have exactly what I need all written here, and I just have to put it into more words, add some more elaboration, use all those devices and things like that you need to put in English assignments, and I literally just have to copy. I don't have to think of things to do, I don't have to brainstorm any ideas, and I do not have to stress so much because I can't find the exact quote to put in here. You also could have a brainstorm. If you are seriously lost, just try and figure out, and you know what you need to do but you do not know how to do it, have a brainstorm. You'll most likely be given a topic, so just write down everything you can think of that's related to that topic. So for example, if you have a history assignment related to King Henry VIII, I don't do history, I don't know if that's a thing, but let's just say it is. So you can dot point all the things you know about King Henry VIII. What year he lived in, that he was the last king of the Tudor era. Well, actually he wasn't, his kid was, but he had 3 kids, legitimate children, he had 6 wives, he killed some of them he didn't kill, on and on and on, until you have a lot of ideas. Because then you can start to put it into your skeleton or your plan and build something from that. And finally, number 6, if none of that works, use scare tactics on yourself. Just think that if you don't do this now, you will have to do it later. Think of the stress that you'll be under, think of the time pressure that you'll have, think of the sleepless nights, think of how upset and frustrated you will get having no time to do this, as opposed to having a week left to do this, 2 weeks left to do this, 3 days left to do this, as opposed to one night. Try and remember, if you have in the past procrastinated enough that you've been doing things the night before, remember how you felt, remember how tired you were, remember how worried you were, remember how you probably didn't produce your best work, and just think, what if you have a question that you need to desperately ask a teacher, but you don't get around to it until the night before? You have no time to ask them because they're not going to answer a question when you're supposed to be handing it into them and putting it on their desk. Those are some of my tips for getting your motivation back and how to work without your motivation. I hope that some of these help you, and I hope that you aren't just watching this video to procrastinate. My camera died, sorry guys, and then I had to charge it, and then people got home and I was studying. I didn't get a chance to end off this video, so I'm not totally sure where I got up to, but I thought I'd just say thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. Tell me in the comments what you should be doing right now, why you're procrastinating, or what you're procrastinating, and if you aren't procrastinating right now, tell me how. What have you done to be such a perfect human being where watching YouTube is not your form of procrastination? Help. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you next week. Bye! That was really weird. I felt like a dinosaur. Like 4-fingered. Bye. Bye! Nose is itchy. DVD, or I think DVD is the only thing you can buy them. That didn't work. I keep thinking that my door is getting opened, but it's just the aircon, I think, making noises. There's a spider on my bed, guys. It's like a little itty bitty one. I don't want to kill it, but I don't want it to be there. Can you leave me alone? I really hate spiders. Make a plan. I've already said that, haven't I? I've made a plan. Sparing ideas in my brain and triggering a reaction that will make me get used to it. That doesn't even make sense. Like, why do I even say that?